Rasa-pancadhyayi, Canto 10 of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Chapter 30. 35th verse. Sukadeva Goswami is saying, O Parikshit Maharaj, the Lord is self-satisfied and fully pleased within himself, Apnaram and Atmakam. And he is also present within all beings as Paramatma. He is not attached to anyone, and he does not accept anyone. He is always neutral. He is always self-satisfied. No one can make him like into different parts and keep them with him, like we keep Gopal with us, or we have a deity of Krishna. But the Lord Krishna is not partitioned in this way, that we cannot break Krishna into many different parts and keep him separately. The Lord is always undivided. He is Akhanda Swarup, or undivided. Like, for example, someone may buy some gold coin or something, but it does not mean they can divide it. It is one. Or, for example, someone may have some seeds and they may plant the seeds, but it does not mean if there's one seed planted in another garden, it cannot be planted in another garden as well. That the Lord is always neutral, without accepting anyone. However, if someone accepts the Lord as their own, then that person is very auspicious or very fortunate, and he has so much pious merit or sukriti. That person who knows no one other than the Lord, then the Lord is forced to accept that person or to bring them as his own. Why? That person, that Lord, he is everyone's property. He is everyone's. So the Lord thinks of those people that if everyone has so many other relationships, the Lord does not have to worry about them. But for that person who the Lord is their only life and soul, the Lord cannot leave them. He must accept that person. Here, the Brajadevis who came to the Rasa festival, or the Rasa Utsava, so many millions and millions of gopis came, and they all wanted to make Krishna like their own, that Krishna is mine, and from today he will be with no one else, only me. And I am his and he is mine. Not only that, but no, he is mine and no one else's. And I will control him and keep him with me. But that is not possible. The Lord is unlimited and boundless and limitless, and he is always undivided. You cannot divide him into many parts and keep him in your own pocket and then try to stop him from being with anyone else. Like, everyone can worship the Lord in millions and millions of forms, but that does not mean the Lord is divided like this. He is always purna, or complete. He can give everyone blessing and mercy and his affection and have love with everyone, but that does not mean he is only their property. Then why is there a competitive spirit or enviousness, that we have so much fortune that the Lord accepts us, or that he accepts our service, or that he will come before us and accept our service? That is our supreme fortune. When we develop the mood of humility, or trinadapi sunichena, then even if we have millions of faults, the Lord does not look at the faults. Instead, he sees the humility, and he took a vow, apichat suduracharo. Even if someone has so many faults, not only durachara is a wicked person, but sudurachara means an extremely wicked person. But if they worship me, Krishna says, then he says, oh, I do not say they are sadhu only. That he told Arjuna that you should tell everyone they are sadhus, and they will always be protected and never be destroyed. Why? Because they only want me. They are one-pointed. However, even if they are wicked and they cannot give up their sinful activities, still they have some habit like this since millions of lives, but they want me alone. Therefore, we must understand this very carefully. Why? This judgment, this Krishna statement, this is higher than the Supreme Court. This is the highest judgment. So in the Ras, there was also going to be a judgment. Who is going to give that judgment? The Supreme Lord himself. He will give judgment. But what is that judgment? He looks to see what do they want. That do they want everyone else all these things in this world, or do they want me? If they want this world, then I will not give this judgment. There are many people already to give judgment. Why? The system of karma is there. That law and order and justice in the universe is already there. So if they want this world, then karma is already there. But for people who cannot give up material activities, what will I do for them? That, Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma, I will quickly make them into very righteous persons. Prati Jane Kuntiya Name Bhaktya Pratishiti. Oh, even Kunti, oh son of Kunti, Arjuna, make a vow that my devotees will never be perish. Even I will not let them perish or be destroyed. This is my vow. Why? They want me. So this is the Lord's supreme judgment. Even if they have so many faults, that their only good qualities that they want me, they do not want anything else. And if someone has all good qualities but does not want me, then they are not so glorious. So why is there the divide between like Hindus and Muslims, for example, or between demons and demigods and men and others? Why is there this fight? They came to the Lord Krishna, to Bhagavan, the demigods and demons, and the Lord said, look, one father has two sons, and one son is very qualified, very beautiful, attractive, and very qualified, and the other son is such a wicked person. There's no limit to how wicked he is. He has all bad qualities. But the other son, he is very good. He is very qualified, has all good qualities, no sinful activities, and so forth. But he does not have so much love or respect for his mother and father, and he does not have so much time or consideration of them. He is always indifferent to his parents. He is always absorbed in his own activities. He takes the respect of the world, and he is also absorbed in this world. But he does not take any news of his parents even. The other one, he's a thief, a wicked person, he has no good qualities, all bad character, but he only knows his parents. So who is more exalted? And he only thinks of his parents as everything for him. If they chastise him, he listens. If he steals something, after he's punished, he'll still come back to his parents. And whatever bad qualities he has, that everyone criticizes him, he has all bad qualities, but he still only thinks of his parents. And the parents, they will do so many things to protect and to help him and to try to change him. Then what will the parents do? Who will they have special love for? What is the meat or the specialty of all those qualities if they have no love for the devotees? So when the Hindus and the demigods went to the Lord, then the Lord said, oh, you may have all good qualities, but you do not respect your guru. And whereas the demons or the Muslims, they are worshipping their guru, Sukracharya. Whether they are Muslims or Malechas, it is not consideration. However, they do their namaz, and if they do not do their namaz, then in the morning, they will do their namaz. After that, they will go to fight. But they give faith, or they give respect to their Muhammad or to their Khuda, Allah. But you are Hindus, what do? You never look at the Bhagavad Gita, you do not follow any bhakti, you never even fold your hands to God. Then, you may be the qualified son, but what is this? That even if you're the most wicked of all wicked people, this is like the last judgment giving in this Ras Leela now, whatever your nature may be. But what do you want? Do you want me? Or do you want this world? But you cannot give up your sinful activities. So this is my duty, that how you will be freed of this. And Shiprang Bhavatri, I will not make it take a long time. Shipra means very quickly, so I will quickly make you liberated. O Kunti, Kunteya, O son of Kunti, Arjuna. Then, I give you so much love and keep you with me. So why do you not also help those who are sinful and wicked but have faith in me? Help free them from their bad qualities. That is your duty. Therefore, this is the work of Guru or Vaishnavas. That is their duty or responsibility. They act in such a way that the devotee or the living entity can be freed of bad qualities and come towards the Lord. This help is the very dear service of the Lord. That person who cannot help like this, or is afraid that, the son is very old and he is never listening to the parents, so the parents reject him. That is not proper. That, how to make them change their behavior and to have love and affection for the Lord, that you should do some charity, some yajna, some vrat or vow, or bathing in holy places, thinking for the welfare of that jiva. So those people who only think about themselves, then there's no one so selfish as them in this world. But those who are always looking after the welfare of others, then, like Prahlad Maharaj said, Paratmanishta Manina, that Prahlad Maharaj was helping all the sons of the demons and all the demons, and he was thinking about their welfare. He did not worry that, oh, my father may kill me, but he thought, oh, these boys in the school and these demons, they have no good intelligence, they have no one to teach them. Therefore, Guru has so much respect. The Lord himself gives respect to Guru. They don't think about their happiness. Guru, they will take a few rotis, but like Prahlad Maharaj said, a sadhu, why should they go out to help everyone? They could just live in a cave very peacefully doing bhajan. But it is said, Mahat Jan Nahi Karya Jan Paragard. They have no business going to people's houses, house to house, but still they go. Mahanta Svabhavit Arite Parma. The nature of the great personalities is to go house to house and try to liberate everyone. Therefore they will go house to house of everyone. What is the duty of Narad? Why does he go house to house? Why? Because they have so many wicked qualities or extremely wicked behavior. But should we look at those things, or should we look at their one-pointedness or their faith? Therefore, those who are one-pointed, they have good qualities, and these good qualities ahead of them, there is nothing else. They will change, but what do? We look at the bad qualities and the faults, and we may criticize. Then we take share, and then we become like them, and we become fallen ourselves. Why? Because we criticize their bad qualities, but we do not think of their good qualities. And doing like this, we become absorbed. And that becomes like our business in bhajan. This person is wicked, that person is a thief, that person is a murderer, that person is of bad character. What is the need for you to be absorbed like this? This is your karma. You have your karma, they have their karma. So why be absorbed like this? They may do as they like. The Lord and the Master knows everything and what to do. When we cannot help someone, then what is our right to criticize them or to fight with them if we cannot help them? If you want anyone's welfare, then if it is not in your power to do so, then pray to the Lord. Pray to Hari Guru and Vaishnavas, pray to the holy places, and pray for the welfare of their souls. Then, by doing this from the Lord and from those jivas and from everyone's side, then they will give you mercy and help, and you will get shanti or peace and happiness. So, now Sukadev Goswami says, O Parikshit Maharaj, the Lord is Atmaram, Aptakam. He is always like enjoying within himself, and he is always undivided. However, he cannot be attracted by anyone's beauty or qualities. Seeing someone's attractive form or youth, he is not attracted. Like it is not that Krishna was attracted by all the gopis and therefore danced and sung and embraced them. Krishna doesn't need that. He is everywhere present. He is always inside them as well. So why does he need to meet outside? He is always present in meeting with them. So what is the need of some external performance? Where is he not present? We will close our door and think we are alone, or we can hide from God. But God is he not present there in our room as well? He is present everywhere. So how can we hide from him? Does he not know who we are or where we are or what we are doing? Therefore Sukadev Goswami said, O Parikshit Maharaj, that Krishna is not attracted to anyone. He is always in full absorption, like in happiness with himself, Atmaram and Aptakam. But like ordinary people, he is always like people will show themselves to be very humble and fall in, and they will go and pray to so many people. Chikni chopri baat means they will say so many things to try to attract others. But the Lord is not like that. He does not need anything. The Lord He will give wealth, fame, prestige, position, and then he will see now, giving all these things, what is their nature? What condition do they come to? Therefore, there is Satchit Ananda Tattva. Sat is Svat Swarup and Chit Swarup and Ananda Swarup. Pure existence, pure cognizance, and pure bliss. if he gives some ananda, then to see what their condition becomes. Or get some chit, pure consciousness or pure knowledge, tattva gyan, then see what condition they come to. The Lord will test like this. Or you may give them some, may speak with them very nicely, then, they will sit on top of your head after some time and try to control you. Then they lose this tattva gyan. Or they may forget that He is my Lord and Master and my everything. He gives some respect and faith, and then gradually they try to climb on top of the head and control everything. Then they will not accept any discipline or chastisement. At that time they want worship. Therefore, we should not lose our tattva gyan. If we lose our siddhanta or knowledge of our position and the Lord's position, then we are called sahajiyas, imitationists or cheap imitationists, and we are ready to be fallen, but we should not be like that. We should always be established in our pure satta or existence with our pure knowledge or chit, and then we will have respect. Even though Madhurya is fully complete, Aishwarya is present there, or opulence. Therefore, the Lord's form of opulence is Narayan and Ram. We should not think that, we are worshipping Krishna and I have become maddened in Krishna Prem, in love of Krishna, and then I can cross over all etiquette and cause so much disturbance. It is not possible. That then we are perfect sahajiyas. Even though all tattva gyan, it will all be present. For example, when Uddhava, the Nityasiddha gopis, after Krishna left to Mathura and Virha, Uddhava came. They were in so much separation. When Uddhava came on a golden chariot, then he looked like Krishna. And also Krishna gave his crown, his pitambar, and his garland, vanamala. And Krishna gave all his different attire, so he looked just like a true copy of Krishna. So the gopis who see the darkish cloud and they think that is Krishna and run to it, or they see the tamal tree and then go and embrace it. If they see Krishna's anything that looks a little like Krishna, they run for it. But then seeing Uddhava, who is exactly like Krishna, they didn't run and embrace him. They said, maybe Krishna died, and then to take some binda, he didn't get any money or wealth to make some binda, so he thought, now I will go to Braj, and the Brajbasis are there, I will take some money from them. Or also, maybe they didn't have any wood to burn Kamsa with, maybe they have come to collect the Brajbasis and to burn them. Otherwise, what is the need to come in a golden chariot and to show us up? That, we are just simple villagers, and I'm coming in a golden chariot with golden ornaments. That, I am such a Krishna. Look at me, I have such a nice golden chariot. Now I am not a cowherd boy. I have a gold chariot, gold crown, gold ornaments. This is not some disrespect. His parents are suffering in so much separation. Now Uddhava, Krishna sent his messenger. Not only him, he couldn't even come himself. And then he said, look at me, my servants also ride on golden chariots. Look at me now, who I was and what I have become. So then Uddhava thought, why did I come on this golden chariot? I'm such a foolish, ignorant person. I have no good intelligence. That the gopis and the Brajbasis, they're suffering in the extreme condition of separation. And then, I've come on a golden chariot. Then he took off his turban, his crown, all his royal attire and ornaments. Then he came to Nanda Baba in a very humble mood. And he saw, look at Nanda Baba. What is his condition? Just look at the condition of Yashoda Mata. And then he became maddened that Yashoda Mata, while he was talking to Nanda Baba, Yashoda collected the old cloth of Krishna and then tied it into a bundle and started walking outside with it on her head. And she said, I am going to Mathura, Nanda. And there I will tell Devaki, I will become your maidservant. All day I will work, day and night, but just once a day, just let me see my son Nanda Lala. Just let me see Krishna once a day. Please, I will be your maidservant and work day and night. So like this, she started walking with the bundle, and then, weeping, she fell on the ground and lost her consciousness. Nanda tried to bring her back to consciousness, but she was fully senseless. Uddhava watched this how much love. She is fully absorbed in love. And just look at the condition of Yashoda and Nanda. Seeing this, then Uddhava started to understand the position of the Brajavasis. Therefore, he said, Nanda Baba, you are so fortunate, you had Krishna come as your son, he is the Supreme Lord. Then he would thought, what can I say? How can I pacify him? And if I tell him, stop crying, then I cannot say that, he has lost his son. And if I say, don't cry, then how can I say that also? So what did he say? Oh Nanda, do not worry. Krishna is the Supreme Lord himself. And he is present within your heart and in all places. He is omnipresent. Oh, Uddhava, Nanda said. Oh, you are just like a child, like a boy. I heard you are the disciple of Brihaspati, the guru of the demigods, and that there was no wise person on this earth like you. But really, there is such a foolish person like you. Oh, I have lost my son, and now you tell me he is God. So if I have lost God, you don't think I will be sad? You're telling me not to be sad. If he is truly God, then I have lost him. I'm not able to serve him. Then should not be sad. Oh, then hearing this, Uddhava began to pray. Oh, wherever he went, even to a creeper or plant, he saw how much love they had for Krishna and how much humility they had, and they were fully submersed in Ananda Ras. Seeing this, he became amazed. But his Tattva Gyan was not destroyed. It was not like he left everything, or like someone may criticize you and then you start a court case against them. Gurudev told a story. Someone had a very beautiful child. The mother was poor, but she would fondle the child and give him so much affection. Then a very wealthy family, they saw such a beautiful boy, and they stole the child from the poor lady. She had nothing, and they would give nice rabri, fruit juice, and so many nice things. And so he went with them, and they stole him away and started staying there. But then the poor lady, she said, no, he is my son. They stole him away from him. But she was very poor, and the wealthy family, they had so much power and influence. They said, no, he's our child. He was such a beautiful boy. So they stole him. So gradually, the poor lady went to the different district courts and so forth. Finally, the case went all the way to the king. When it went to the Muslim king, the Vatsa, then the king said, now tomorrow I will consider the case, because no one could solve the case. The boy was stolen when he was just a little infant, because he was so beautiful. So then both mothers came with the child. The child was now just like a boy, young boy, but very beautiful. The king said, okay, bring a sword, quickly. Now I will cut him into two pieces. I will give one half to one mother and the other half to the other mother. So the real mother, she began to weep. No, king, please, no need. You can give him to the other the mother. You can give it to the other lady. You don't need to cut him in half. That she can maintain him, no problem. I don't want to hurt my child. I don't want to see him cut in half. I do not need him. Let him be happy and she be happy. That is my happiness. Then the king said, look at the heart of a real mother. Who is the real mother? We can see like this. So he said, she is the mother. Give the child to her. The other has no right over him. So when Krishna is Atmaram Aptakam, always self-satisfied and happy within himself, and he is always undivided, or akandit, and always pleased within himself. So who can please him but Krishna? He may give us so much love and affection, and then he checks to see what do we do. However, we have so much durbhagya, misfortune, that if we get a little respect and love and some love and affection, then first what happens? Before 2 or 4 people may show us love and affection and respect, but if hundreds of thousands respect us, give us love and prestige, or if the king himself gives us respect and gives us a high position, then what will happen? If the Lord himself will show love to someone and respect that person, then what will happen? Can we tolerate that respect and prestige? If at that time, then you can like have your position and think, oh, stay in your position thinking, I have no qualities for this, I'm not qualified. Therefore my Gurudev would say, oh, I'm not qualified for the position of Acharya. I'm not qualified to sit on the seat of Acharya. Pujapad Shranti Goswami Maharaj, Madhav Goswami Maharaj, his disciples like Gurudev Shruti Maharaj, Bhakti Jivan Janardhan Maharaj, many acharyas who were senior came and they said, oh, he was like a boy before them. He was the youngest of Prabhupada's disciples at that time. No one was younger than him. Santa Maharaj was also the youngest with him. They were just boys in the time of Bhaktisiddhanta. So they gave him tilak and established him in the position of Acharya in the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. But he said, I'm not qualified for this. That, oh, I'm not even qualified to be the servant of the servants of the Guru Varga, but they have given such a great responsibility. Also, that I pray that by taking this responsibility I do not perish or fall down. He was so humble. Even we see if someone like disciple of Prabhupada or any disciple from any other Gaudiya Mat came, then Guru Maharaj would come outside and he would ask, not only offer obeisance, but he would arrange their prasadam, their place to stay, and like he would check if his sevak would do it properly or not. Like one time for our Srila Gurudev Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he was junior to Bhamani Goswami Maharaj, but when his birthday came, appearance day, once Gurudev Bhamani Goswami Maharaj was in Calcutta in the Mat, and he said, tomorrow is Narayan Maharaj's appearance day, so bring some flowers and decorate the temple and make a feast and invite everyone for a festival. I will arrange a Vyas Puja for Narayan Maharaj. This was in perhaps 1997. He said, I will do his Vyas Puja festival. He would respect his Trivikram Maharaj as well. At time, he never took disciples, Trivikram Maharaj, but still he would worship him on his Vyas Puja. He was so humble, even though he was the eldest god brother. So the temple president or the manager, he was a little bit envious and didn't like Gurudev so much, so he didn't arrange this. He thought, oh, my Gurudev is here, and I will not do worship of another temple, another person in this temple. Also, I will not see my Gurudev do the worship of another temple, another person in my temple. So he said, oh, I have to go to some program. He made some excuse or another. But the Guru knows everything. He said, okay, look, there's no need to make some cheating. He said, oh, I've arranged a program since a month ago. I cannot be there tomorrow. I have to go somewhere. Then he said, all the programs will be afterwards, but first this work will be there. Now you have to do this festival. Still, he didn't want to do it. He didn't listen. He was so stubborn. So what happened? Then Bhamani Goswami Maharaj arranged with other household devotees and decorated the whole temple with flowers and arranged nice bhoga preparations for Thakurji and dressed Thakurji very nicely and arranged a huge festival and kirtan and arranged arti, pushpanjali and some dakshina for Gurudev, and he set that all aside for when Gurudev would come back. When Gurudev came from the west after preaching, then he gave all these things to Srila Gurudev and offered Gurudev obeisances. Apane achari dharma sikana sabare. If we do not perform dharma ourselves, how can we teach anyone else dharma? If we do not know how to respect anyone else or how to respect the Guru Varga, then where will we learn from? How will we learn how to do anything? How will the others learn from us? That there are many acharyas and they all say, oh, I am everything, but this is not the proper behavior. Therefore Krishna here says, or Sukadev Goswami tells Parikshit Maharaj, look, these sages, they have done so much austerities. They became the gopis, sadhan-siddhas. Now the Lord danced with them, embraced them, and sang with them, showed them so much affection. So now what did their position become? They began to think, oh, now who am I? I'm so great. And then the Lord disappeared at once. And they were not giving respect to others. Therefore, we should not lose our tattva gyan or forget our position, and we should not cross over the proper etiquette. The Lord does not accept that. It is said, Maryada alangan mui. Mahaprabhu said, I never tolerate someone who crosses over all etiquette. I will never tolerate that. It is not possible. Everyone has their proper position and should be given proper respect. We should not think that Krishna is attracted to women or is attracted by their beauty. We should not think like that Krishna is enamored. That even though there were millions and millions of gopis, in their past lives they were all sages, and Krishna was acting only to give them his mercy because of their one-pointedness. But then he disappeared to give them some further lesson. We should not think that Krishna, who is Atmaram, Aptakam, he is always pleased within himself. He is always enjoying within his own self. So we should not think he was attracted towards the beauty of any women. Then why did he dance and play and enjoy with them like a lusty person externally? And why did he? Was it to please them or satisfy them? No. We should not think like that. Krishna looks, giving everything, he checks what is their position. Even though he is the Supreme Lord himself, he looks. First he checks, he gives Sat Swarup Baladev, this is pure existence, do they respect him? And then Chit Swarup, this is Krishna Tattva, or pure consciousness and knowledge. How do they respect? Do they have Gaurav Buddhi, or mood of respect or reverence? And also Radharani, who is Ladini Shakti, or Ananda, the Ananda potency. Do they respect her? If a wealthy person becomes poor, still his habits do not leave him. And if a poor person becomes very wealthy, then to see what condition comes to him. He does not know how to spend the wealth, and he becomes crazy. So Jiva Goswami explains. Sukadev Goswami himself now glorifies Krishna's pastimes with Srimati Radhika. First he said what the gopis were doing and what they were praying. Now he brought out the essence and told it to Parikshit Maharaj. And he said, he glorified those pastimes, that Krishna is Atmaram and Aptakam and Ankandit, undivided, but still he enjoyed and danced with the gopis. But they are all like his parts and parcels, and like the Lakshmis and his dearly beloveds. They are not anyone else, that they are Krishna's parts and parcels. So there is no fault that Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says, Mamai Vangso Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. The living entities are my separated parts and parcels. The angsa means not like, if you break off a piece of a stone, then that stone is the part, and then if you break it into many, many pieces, then nothing, the big stone is lost. So Mahaprabhu said it's not like that. Like a ray of the sun, or a spark of a fire. But the fire is always complete, or the sun is always complete. Krishna cannot be completely destroyed like that. Like you may say, all the collective of the parts and parcels make up the whole, and without those parts and parcels, the whole has no substance or existence. But it's not like that. And all the jivas are Krishna's separated parts and parcels, but Krishna himself is always complete. Then there are two types of jivas, the nitya muktas and the nitya baddhas, the eternally conditioned, or those who are conditioned from time immemorial, and those who are eternally liberated. The liberated souls, when they come to this world, they take on a form that people can experience and see and make relation with. So like some material, externally material form, and when they leave it behind, like a snake leaves its skin behind. Otherwise they cannot understand their speech or their activities. Therefore the liberated souls come to this world and take on what looks like a material form, and then they leave some shell behind when they leave. They leave that like vesh or form behind. Those who respect that form, they make relation with them. Then both sides are seen, like who they are and where they are present. Like Mahaprabhu, he took the sannyasi form and he went to Ramananda Roy. But Ramananda Roy said, who is this? Who is this person? Outside he is covered like he has worn some external cloth, but inside there is something different. I'm seeing something different outside and inside. Who is this person? He said, Na so Ramana, na so Ramani. That, now I have forgotten who is the beloved and who is the lover. Who is this? Then he said, Antar Krishna Bahir Gaur. inside he is Krishna, outside he is Gauranga, with the mood and complexion of Srimati Radhika, that he is Sri Krishna Chaitanya. So then Ramananda Roy became astonished, and he said, oh, how is he? So in this way, if you look in an honest way and serve Guru honestly, or great personality of the Lord who is an associate of the Lord, and you make some relation with them without any pride coming, you serve them and become established in your pure existence, or Svarup Sati, Satta, and then Chit Gyan, or pure knowledge comes, pure existence and pure knowledge comes, and then do you get some Seva Britti, or the Ananda potency of Seva tendency, service tendency, then you can cross through the 5 material elements of this universe and then enter the transcendental world. That is the process. That time, even if you are in this world, then you will not have any attachment to the earth, water, fire, air, and ether that comprises your body. Then the soul will pass through all these bounds and coverings, through the sound, air, sight, and so forth, and crossing through all these layers and coverings, you will enter the transcendental world. When the Lord comes to this world, he takes on a human-like form, Manushya Lingam, or he appears like a human, Anugrahaya Bhaktanam, to give mercy to his devotees and to attract them by his pastimes. However, the Prakrita Tattva, or transcendental truth, is within that. But for us, if we are not established in our spiritual form, and we are attached in this world to our material qualities and forms, then we cannot understand or realize the soul. So Jiva Goswami says here that the Vaikuntha Tattva, all the gopis, the Lakshmis, they are all like the separated parts and parcels of the Lord. There's no fault that he is meeting with them. The Lord is always complete, and they are his eternal associates, or angsas. He is always absorbed in Svarup Ananda, bliss within the self. He is no lacking of any Ananda or bliss. So it is not that anyone can give Krishna Ananda from outside. He does not need anything, and he is always full of Ananda himself. However, who is Krishna Premadika? Who has an overabundance of love for Sri Krishna? That is Ananda Swarupini, Mahabhav Swarupini, Srimati Radha Thakurani. She is Krishna's divine potency and Swarup Shakti. So, without that Shakti, if someone wants to control Krishna or to enjoy Krishna, that is never possible. Krishna cannot be controlled or be the servant of anyone like that. That, oh, someone is giving me malpua and halava and some chutney and chapatis. Oh, Krishna doesn't need these things. One time, someone went to Shiv Thakur. Many demons went to Shiva and said, oh, Bholinath, oh, Ashutosh, oh, Omkareshwar. He has so many Jyotirlingas. So they took the names of all the Jyotirlingas and then gave pranams and then did so many different kirtans to please Shiva. In this way, then Bholinath became happy and said, oh, I will give you what boon you want. What do you want? Then the demon said, oh, we want to feed you today, Shiva. Oh, me? I stay in a cremation ground, and I put the ash of dead bodies on my body. I don't take anything material. I am always aloof. I only take one ras, and without that ras, I don't know anything else. I don't need anything else. I don't need you to feed me. The demons thought, oh, you can feed us and please us and then try to control us. The demons thought, oh, maybe we can go and somehow control Bholinath Shiva by feeding him so many nice things. They said, oh, if you're only taking one ras, what is that ras? Who gives it to you? Who did you take that ras from? Then he said, oh, that in one place I took poison, that when they churned the ocean of milk, then Shiva took poison. They said, you have so much poison with you. I drank the poison before. You want me to take poison again? You all have poison. There's no person in this world who doesn't have poison within him or her. People have so many bad qualities, and these are all like poisons within us. If we put our hand on our heart and say honestly to ourselves, then do we have anything good within us? Or are we full of bad qualities? We are full of the ideas of, so much cheating, so much hypocrisy, and always so many bad thoughts about others, so much criticism to others. If we put our hand on our heart, are we honest like that? Then, is this not poison? So Shiva said, oh, I won't take all these things from you. I am only taking one ras. What is that ras? Oh, Sati Parvati gives me that ras. They thought, oh, we will control and take over and anyhow make Shiva our follower. Oh, everyone likes good food. So they thought, oh, we will somehow do this. But Shiv Thakur was only Tattva Vilasi. He is always absorbed in enjoying in that Ras Vilas. He is Bhajan Vilas, absorbed in bhajan and always in meditation. So then the demons thought, now we will also do austerity. So they all sat around Shiva in circles and did austerity with Shiva. Thought, maybe we can please him like this. However, oh, why are you doing austerities? Shiva asked, why are you doing so much austerity with me? Oh, we are following you. Then Shiva said, look, this Parvati or Sati, she did so much austerity, so much that Bhagavan's Parashakti, that her mercy is always coming upon Parvati. The Swarup Shakti comes to Parvati and then she gives me that prasad. Therefore, I am taking that ras. So they thought, who is that person? So the one demon became Sankarchud and he came to Vrindavan and stole Radharani. That, oh, she is Parashakti. If we get Parashakti, supreme potency, then we will become the supreme master. Ravan also said, oh, Shastra says, oh, that supreme potency is everything. And it gives all power and all knowledge. So the demons want that Shakti. So people make so many different, they might do so much deceit to try and steal this. So then what do? Then they become sannyasis and babajis and Tridandi sannyasis. They say, now we are Tridanda swamis. That, oh, seeing sadhus, everyone will respect them. So the demons become like this. Therefore, be very careful. Sadhus, be very careful. They don't have one danda, they have 3 dandas. And all men have one danda. But sannyasi with 3 dandas or a man with 3 dandas, oh, it's very dangerous. So he came and said, oh, you won't give me? Then I will curse you. Like he went to Sita to try to steal Sita before he was worshipping Shiva. He said, oh, your husband is lamenting Haram Hasita. Oh, Lakshmana Sita. So I will curse you. If you want, otherwise, give me some bhiksha. Oh, listen. So if you see like a sannyasi coming, knock on your door, shouting and making so much disturbance, oh, tell him with folded hands, oh, Narakadak. Oh, you are not a sannyasi. You are like a resident of hell. So you can go ahead. I don't need you here. So Sita was lamenting in separation of Ram, and she was hearing the calling of Ram, the imitation of Ram in the forest. But she wasn't perplexed like this. She didn't become bewildered. She thought, now his time of demise is coming. Maybe he will change. Maybe I can bring Ram to him also. If I go, then everyone will go. So she thought, maybe I can change him. However, oh, he will never change. Why? He only wants. Before, he heard from Shiv Thakur like this, oh, he's only taking one ras. Then he thought, how can I take over that Ananda Shakti? How can I steal the Lord's Shakti? And that flow is coming from Swarup Shakti to Parvati. Many demons tried to steal even Parvati from Shiva. And they took bone from Shiva. Oh, one demon took the boon from Shiva. Oh, whoever I put my hand on, whoever's head I put it on, it will explode. So Shiva said, okay, as you like. So then he said, oh, first I will put my hand on your head, Shiva, and I will destroy you. Why? Shiva said, oh, I will see if your boon is working or not. So Shiv Thakur got up and ran. He thought, what boon did I give? Why? He thought, I will kill Shiva, putting my hand on his head, and then I will be able to enjoy Parvati. Then, I will be able to enjoy material energy. So this is our nature. We cross over all boundaries and all etiquette. We should not be like that. Therefore, wherever we are, we should never be free of Tattva Gyan. We should always know the Lord is the Lord, Guru is Guru, Vaishnav is Vaishnav. Don't try to control them and try to influence them. You cannot cheat them and you cannot control them. They are not the servant of anyone and they cannot be controlled by anyone. They are always taking one ras or one line. Eko Sarvaga Idya, the Lord Paramatma. He gives everything to everyone, but if we have no relation with Him, then at that time we come under calamity. So the Lord is present in His deity form. We should never think of Him to be material. I said before, the Lord is in everyone's homes. Still He is undivided. Akhanda. That, oh, my house has Gopal, then your Gopal is different, or he is not Gopal and mine is Gopal. No, He is one. But He is so merciful to us that He appears for us. He comes to us and accepts our love. That is our great fortune. He comes to us to give us affection and to bring us to Him. That is His supreme compassion. Therefore, the Lord in His original form, He is always present, but He takes many different forms to go to everyone and meet with everyone, and He is present everywhere. We should not lose this knowledge, and we should not become proud. Do not think I am everything. That even though the Lord is present with everyone, He is still Akhanda, undivided. The Lord can never be divided. Even though He is present in many forms, He is still one. And He is always with Radharani. He can never be divided from Radharani. That Radharani and Krishna can never be divided. They are always present together. That Krishna's great quality is that He will allow Himself to be conquered by His beloved Srimati Radhika. In Bhagavatam it is described that Radharani's love is so powerful that Krishna, even though He is self-satisfied, He becomes controlled by her love. He has so much love that even though He is Atmaram, He gives up that position of being self-satisfied. There is no shortage of Krishna's love. However, to understand these things is very important, otherwise we can become bewildered. Worldly people, when they are attracted to the 5 elements that make up their body and relatives and material objects, we should not be like them. Otherwise, we cannot understand Krishna's transcendental form, and we can think, oh, this is only some material thing, like some man dancing with some women, and it is a material thing. Then we will say, oh, look at these wicked pastimes. These are not proper to be heard. These should never be listened to. Krishna is Sachid Ananda Swarup, and He witnesses that if someone has no happiness, then He is present with them, and those people who have all happiness, He is also present. Those who have some shortage of their enjoyment, who are always lamenting, that Krishna does not stay there so much. Krishna has everything. That we were alone, and then if so many things come, and then one after another everything is lost, and then we lament. This is Maya, or ignorance. For example, that you may tell a sadhu, oh, everything will be destroyed. Then the sadhu laughs and says, good, then I will get liberation more easily. And if you tell a householder, you will lose everything, everything will be destroyed, your sons, your wife, your family, everything will be destroyed. Then they lament, oh no, oh no, oh no. Then we'll start to weep and lament. So Krishna says, look, Those who are very hypocritical and very wicked, they're always lamenting. But those who are free of lamentation, that Krishna accepts them. Why? Those who are always attached to the bodies full of blood plus urine, stool, that woman who thinks that person is my husband, who is just a bag of worms, bacteria, blood, stool, flesh, that is a foolish person. And that man who only thinks he's attached to a woman who is only full of blood plus urine and stool, then they can never understand the Lord if they are full of this material attachment and covered by so much illusion. Showing here like the kutilata, the crookedness and the cheating or deceitfulness of men and women. Krishna's beauty is so great that it will attract even Cupid himself. The gopis who are Mahabhavmayi, always full of Mahabhav, they always give pleasure to Krishna or increase his happiness. These gopis have no material contamination or mood. They are completely transcendental. Therefore we should not think they are like an ordinary man or woman. And we should never compare material happiness to transcendental happiness, or the transcendental pastimes to these pastimes in this world. The gopis are always absorbed in Krishna's pastimes, and they began to imitate his pastimes. They had no other mood. They were always one-pointed to Sri Krishna. So Sukadeva Goswami wanted to show Parikshit Maharaj how these gopis are, what is their nature. Chakravarti Thakur says, Krishna is undivided, but the essence of Ladini Shakti is love, and Krishna distributed that love which comes from Srimati Radharani. Then he saw when he distributed this love which comes from Radharani, he didn't want them to become proud or full of Saubhagyamad and then disrespect Radharani and cross over all etiquette. Then the gopis became so absorbed, having tasted the love of Sri Krishna, that they lost all conception of even their own selves and began to imitate his pastimes. This is the difference between ordinary people and the gopis. That Mahashakti Srimati Radhika, who is Ladini Shakti, or Radhika, she is Mahabhav Swarup. Her transcendental form is full of Mahabhav, the highest limit of ecstasy. So Sri Krishna took Srimati Radhika with him and left the gopis rasa dance. Krishna is never separated from Srimati Radhika. Shakti Matora Bina, that fire and its heat and light are never separate. So Krishna and his potency are never separate. The gopis who came in contact with Krishna and Srimati Radhika, they also became fully absorbed in Krishna or Krishnamoy. The gopis had no deceitfulness like material people, and in this way Chakravarti Thakur explains like this, and we'll hear more tomorrow. Haribo.
That's all, folks.